Despite coming from a poor family, the girl never bought clothes that cost less than $1,000. This was all because she had a wealthy aunt who would unconditionally grant her every request. And just as the girl expected, after seeing the $2,000 dress in her hands, her aunt agreed without a second thought. With her aunt's promise, the greedy girl immediately bought a huge pile of clothes and jewelry. But as they were leaving after paying, the mall's security alarm suddenly went off. "Excuse me, miss, this dress and some other items haven't been paid for." The girl immediately turned to her aunt and demanded to know why she didn't pay for her. "I'm not your mother or father. Why should I buy things for you?" After saying this, the woman left with her own daughter. The niece would never have guessed that the woman standing before her had actually been reborn. In her past life, the niece came to the woman's house while preparing for her college entrance exams. Out of respect for her deceased husband, the woman kindly took her in. She even spent a fortune hiring famous tutors to help both her niece and her own daughter. Under the woman's dedicated care, both the niece and her daughter were accepted into a top university. On the day of the celebration party, reporters came to interview the woman about her educational methods. But unexpectedly, the niece pulled out a diary and publicly accused the woman of abusing her during her stay. Before the woman could even explain, she was surrounded by angry relatives. Her shameless brother-in-law shoved her so hard that her head hit the table. She blacked out, and when she opened her eyes again, she had been reborn a year earlier, on the very day her niece had first come to stay. Seeing her uninvited niece, the woman was filled with rage. Since heaven had given her a second chance, she swore to make this backstabber pay in this life. Her own well-behaved daughter quickly took the niece to the guest room. Not long after the niece settled in, the brother-in-law sent the woman $200 for living expenses, asking her to take good care of his daughter for the year. Hearing the notification, the niece immediately ran over and asked the woman if her parents had sent her money. In her past life, she had hidden the transfer record to protect her niece's feelings. But that led the ungrateful girl to believe she had secretly kept her living expenses. Reborn, she refused to be the sucker this time. With that in mind, the woman showed the $200 transfer directly to her niece. She said this amount wasn't even enough for food, let alone rent. Hearing this, the niece quickly grabbed the woman's arm and pretended to be pitiful, saying she didn't eat much. She begged the woman not to kick her out. The woman agreed without hesitation. After all, the real show was yet to come. The next day, her daughter and niece went to register at school. While the woman was tidying up the house, the homeroom teacher suddenly called. The teacher said the niece's tuition still hadn't been paid and asked the woman to come to the school right away. Not wanting to make things difficult for the teacher, the woman quickly drove to the school, but her niece acted as if nothing was wrong. She seemed certain that the woman would pay her tuition, just like she did in the last life. In the previous life, the woman had worried about her niece being looked down on by classmates, so she had paid the tuition for her. However, her niece saw this and became convinced that her parents had already given the tuition money to the woman, who was deliberately withholding it to embarrass her. Reborn, the woman would no longer take care of this ungrateful brat.